All right, welcome back. This is MDawg, and we are still doing our 2021-2022 leveling guide. And we actually have enough silver where we could sort of, go do our experiment with the supercast and try out. We've got 1,100 silver. Go try out the how the supercast works at Quarry and all that. But honestly, I wanted to first, the last episode we did, which has been 2 or 3 days now, and if you're new to the channel, I've said this before, so sorry for repeating myself, but if you're new for the channel, you may not have heard this before, but I sort of have this 2-week cycle where 1 week I'm really full in terms of my schedule, and that's the week I'm starting now. I mean, counting this weekend that we're at the end of and this coming week. But then starting next weekend and the week after that, it's not that I'm not busy, but I have more time, so I'm able to get more frequent episodes in. So I just say that to let you know that that's why there's sort of a uneven rhythm from week to week on the amount of content I'm able to put out. But last episode, I had so much fun, first at Belaya and then coming here to this spot at Old Berg, which we're at 2433. We're at an 8-meter clip. We're using cottage dough with, I think I've got bream mix on here. I had so much fun that even though we technically could go try the supercast, we can afford it or whatever, the first thing I wanted to do was just try this spot again. And I did read someone said that people have also been having some success here during the day fishing for roach with pearl barley. So once it gets to be, noon or whatever, I might switch and try that as well. And just kind of see how this spot feels the next time. Now right now it's a little slow on what we want to be catching, but it's also the worst part of the day. So most of the, hopefully, great fish will still be coming in as we get closer to evening. There's a tench. So let's see what we have in terms of ground bait. I just made some new bream mix. We did get some 9 out of 10. That's great. And an 8 out of 10. So we've got some better bream mix. We do have a little bit of roach mix left. So maybe that's what we'll try. We'll try the roach mix with some pearl barley. Just see what happens. It's about noon, so let's try that. Size 8 hook. Seems about right. Let's give these other two a chance to get one more fish on. So I don't know that we want a large 1 hook. We'll try it on 2. We'll have large 1 on 1. The other 2 we'll do little smaller hooks. So we've now switched to pearl barley, and we're going to switch straight across so we can get a good feel for how it does. So let's see if we're catching roach here. We probably won't catch the bream as much now, probably won't catch the tench very much. But hopefully we'll also dodge the carp. And for now, just catch roach, gibbles, and crucians. Maybe. We'll see. We'll just have to see. Now, if it slows it down too much, then we'll just go back to cottage cheese and keep that up. But guys? Welcome back. So somebody asked, Ivan asked, what is the line clip for? Newbie here. Oh, no worries. I'm glad there's new players coming to play this great game. The line clip is basically... Oh, there is a bream. Trying to get these back in the water, and then if we get a fish on this one, I'll show you. The line clip, you hold control and do plus minus when you're holding the rod out of the water. And that sets a maximum distance you're going to cast. So like in this situation, we only want to cast 8 meters off of this bridge to hit the little fishing hole that we're going for. So that's what a line clip was for. Is there a fish on here? No. It was getting a nibble. Rondrol said, the tench bream spot is a total killer. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely. And I really have been enjoying it too, or I did last time. Hopefully it'll be good now. And I apologize if you did attempt to watch my last Lotro video. Something happened with the audio, completely muted. I don't know why that happened, but apologize for that. All right, so you can see the little symbol in the bottom part of the screen. It's a little, almost looks like a heart, but it's, or a clip. And you can see that it's lit up right now. If I turn the clip off, it'll go dark. Is there a way I can't show you. Anyway, it's at the bottom of the screen. As soon as I turn the clip back on, that lights up. And we can decide how many meters we want it to be. In this case, we want it to be 8. And then we cast it. And the clip will not let it go past 8 meters. So that's how that works. Alright, I think we need to switch back soon. I almost want to reset the spot, relog, since we've thrown 2 different types of ground bait in. I think I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. I think this might be the way to go, because we want to make sure we get that spot fresh with our bream ground bait and really see how good this evening can be. There's currently a bream order for 3 1-kilo bream. Should be a cinch, but there's not a ton of time left, so we want to try to go ahead and get that done. It's worth 42 silver. That'll definitely help. Crap. We're down to... We're down to 13 pieces of cottage cheese dough. Do we have what we need to make more? Oh, good. Okay, we're fine. Okay, now we're in business, hopefully. So Brendo on my Lotro video did ask if everything has gone up about 500% since he last played in the store. I don't think so. Interesting. All right, somebody gave a long reply about the free-to-play model in Lotro. I won't respond to that here because it's so long, but I'll try to address that in the next Lotro video. There we go. Again, I just love this little 8-meter clip. Sometimes we can just bully a fish in that would normally take a little bit of time. All right. There's some other comments. Let me just say I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the support, and a lot of people just saying how fun this spot's been and that kind of thing. So we need at least 2 more over a kilo, then we can at least know that that order can be turned in. We're going to end up hitting level 18, possibly this episode, as long as we keep catching pretty good fish. Which means when we do hit 50%, which won't be that long either, we can go ahead and throw 3 points in inline rig if we want to. Yeah, I can see why during the day, somebody was commenting that during the day here, people are switching to like size 6 hooks with pearl barley and just focusing on roach and stuff. I get it. I mean, mostly what we seems like we've been catching during the day when we were using cottage cheese was less than ideal. But on the other hand, you might occasionally get a small carp you can get in, or tench. I mean, that's the thing. You're going to get a random tench every once in a while during the day. So, I don't know. You'd have to test both ways to see which one comes up with more silver. Maybe the deciding factor would be, like right now there's that common roach cafe order. So maybe that makes it worth it to go that way for now. But if there's a tench order, maybe it's worth just staying with cottage cheese the whole day. I think it'd be cool if the game, and they've said they're not going to let us fish with more than 3 rods. I kind of wish the rule was you can't fish with more than 3 feeder rods. But if you're fishing with 3 feeder rods, it'd be cool as a 4th if you could have your little spinner rod out or your float rod. Especially when you're fishing for stuff that's pretty slow biting on feeders. To be able to just kind of mess around with a little float setup or a little spinning setup. I mean, it'd be a little OP, but it'd be fun. It'd be fun as heck. Because then you still would feel like, well, I'm getting the most I can out of my feeder rods, but while I'm waiting on that bite, I can do something silly on the side. That'd be cool. We could sit here and fish for like bleak or, frogs or whatever, or just float fish for whatever. Or we could try to catch a pike, throw a lure out there and see what we could find. Now, this spot wouldn't be great because the bite rate is so good. I mean, we're at 20 fish in 17 minutes, and that's with a reset and using pearl barley for a little while, so... Say we end up at like 12:50. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. Next time I do have time to do another episode, I would love to do another like hour and 15-minute episode. Start at Belaya, see what we can do there, especially if there was a rough or a grayling order, and then come hit this spot again. It's just so fun. Might as well make silver in these spots while we can, while they're fun. But very soon we will do the supercast test. We already have the rods. We already have these heavy S70XH and S70H to use for spin fishing. So it's just a matter of getting the reels and getting some braided line, 10 kilo braided line probably. Do we already have... Oh, we've already got one 10 kilo. We need one more 10 kilo leader. We've already got lures we can use. Alright, come on. Let's see some better fish. Oof. Well, the good news is it was small anyway, but... So people in chat were just commenting on how expensive the bucket is that you need to make bait fish. And my only counter argument was the bait fish bucket allows you, first of all, to make bait fish, level up your bait harvesting, potentially. But more importantly, it allows you to fish for fish like bellows. And bellows are worth a ton of silver. And you really can't successfully target them very well without mostly bleak or other bait fish at times. And they easily offset the cost of the bait bucket if you target them for a little while. So but I mean, you know, once you get to a certain point in the game, really everything is a grind. So you just choose which grinds seem fun to you, I guess. We have had 6 fish in a row undersized. I just feel like last time when we fished here, I feel like we had a much higher percentage of markers, even during the off time. But my guess is nighttime will still be pretty good. Wow, I don't think I've seen Keeler around in a long time. I could be wrong, but... Keeler says it's been almost a year. Wow. That's a tench. I mean, to be fair, we have caught a lot of bream here. But during the off time, they've been small. We've also had a very rainy day. I mean, you know, stormy and rainy. That could have affected the fishing in this spot. I don't know. So this spot, if something really big and nasty gets on there, one option is to go this way, go left, and try to force it straight into the pond. Probably won't get spooled if that's the direction it heads. Another tench, marker tench, over 1 kilo. I love it. This can be a tench, right? The way it's running. I don't think it's a bream. I think it's a tench. All right, we got his head turned. Let's see if we can just get him in. I'm not sure if he'll pull off now. Oh, that is a bream. It's a nice little bream. We do need to buy the better net, by the way. So we still have this starter net. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, one of these fish is going to knock us to 18. Uh-oh. I think we got the head turned. I think we're good. It's going to be hard to pull off of us now. It's another nice tench. It's probably going to do it, isn't it? Isn't this going to be 18? It's a real nice tench. Dang, somebody just had a big bream. 5.3? What was our bream size? 5.8? Ha. Just kidding. $49.5 on bottom. Do we still have this one on basic bottom? Yeah, but the other two should be paternoster. Yeah, very good. So we've got 3 between 1 and 2 kilos for that order. Three bites at the same time. That's a gibble. Three small fish all at the same time. That's interesting. We doing okay here? I think so. We're not killing it, but we're doing all right. Those tench will add up. We already got some bream, and we're just now into the nighttime. We don't want to go too long. We want to go grab that, turn that cafe order in, but let's get some of the night in, see how it goes. Almost wish it would stop raining just to kind of give us a break overnight, but weather outlook doesn't look good. Probably just going to keep raining. Whoa. We're going to go turn its head and get it in real quick. So he caught that trophy bream here, really big trophy bream here. So that's a good sign. Trophies are coming out. It has definitely gotten loads better since it became nighttime. We've been on a streak of pretty nice tench and bream since about 9 minutes ago. It's getting a little late for tench, so it should pretty much be bream here. Exclusively, I would think. With a small chance of a grass or black carp, I guess. Maybe a gibble here and there. Just the bite rate is so solid right now. I mean, we're already seeing that bar into level 18. And to really get the gear you want to get, I mean, you need to catch tons of bream. So again, you just level so fast at this level compared to how many fish you need to be catching to really save up silver and get the gear you need to get. So don't worry about level, just worry about catching some good fish and have fun and save up for what you want to save up for. I do look forward to doing some experiments at Corey, though. I think if we don't come back to spots like this at night, which we may do, it's expensive to travel to Corey, but it's still probably worth it. And sometimes there's little bream or rough spots at Corey. Just stay there, and even if it's not quite as good, it's still worth it. Trolling during the day at Corey, I mean, it's going to slow us way down on silver progression. It might speed us up on leveling, but again, we don't really care about that. And it probably won't do that either, but it'll just be fun to experiment. You know, all kinds of different spinnerbaits, spoons, wobblers, topwater stuff. I mean, it'll just be fun. So I definitely want to do some of that. I don't know how much the map will have changed by the time we go back, but the one time we did go troll there, I really liked trolling on that side we were at. That felt like a good, early place to troll. We had some nice spots there where we could trap the fish. Spinnerbait seemed to be working over there, so to start off with, we might kind of see if that's working again. If not, we'll go back to some of the other more traditional trolling spots at Corey. So good. 55 fish in less than 36 minutes. Not only good for silver, and not only just plain fun, also good for leveling up bottom fishing. This kind of bite rate all day long, you know, at times during the day, the fish might be small, whatever, but you still have a chance of hitting those points in bottom fishing. That is a small bream. Ooh. Big Daddy just had a region record mirror ghost carp. 29.4 kilos. That is a beautiful fish. I haven't talked to Big Daddy in forever. Probably since last time I streamed, actually. Maybe not forever, but that is a nice fish. What level is Big Daddy these days? 42. Whoa. Uh-oh. Please be a bream. Swimming a little fast back and forth here. Alright, so we want to go left if we have to. See if we can't turn his head here. Nope. I don't think it's a bream. Could it be a weird in the middle of the night tench? I think it's a carp of some sort. Alright, let's put our plan into action here. He's already headed the right way. Let's see if we can force it. Wait, did he go too far? Nah, we're good, right? Okay. We know where we are. We know where he is. We're just trying to keep him from turning this corner. It's not the end of the world if he does. There's not really anywhere in Oldburg he's going to spool us. I'd just rather not deal with it. Pretty much just keep him right in front of us here, hopefully. Starting to get tired, maybe? Okay, there's the pond. We have successfully directed him to the pond, if that's where he wants to go. I just don't think he has enough strength left to really run on us in the pond. I could be wrong, but... because I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't really want him to run into the pond anyway. Because then we could get some weird angles and have to backtrack to pull him out over, not try to avoid land. I think we just want to try to keep him right here. I want to try to get him in without us having to move anymore if possible. Alright, we turned his head. I don't know if he'll recover or not. I think we'll get him right in here. He's got to pull hard to pull us off. He almost pulled. That's a grass carp. $49.6. Those are nasty fish. For this level, I mean, that's not going to be worth anything. And as you could see, it did a lot of damage to our gear. And most importantly, took a lot of time to get in. There's no way this third rod doesn't have a fish on it, right? Wow. Talking about bizarre. Oof. The rain stopped for a little bit. I think this weather might have messed with this a little bit, but maybe the spot's a little hit or miss. I mean, it's still been really good. It's just not been like as great as it might have been the last time. I am recasting this rod. I cannot believe how long that rod has gone without a bite. It's insane. I think this is a bream. I guess it could be a tench. It's not a carp. Alright, so let's see how we've done here, specifically on bream. 6, 12, 15. I mean, by any metrics, that's still a good bream spot. Plus we have the tench. It's been a good session. Even if it hasn't been quite as on fire as last time, it's been a good session. And now the tench start coming in again. I mean, it's just a crazy spot. We'll see how it goes, but I think this like 5 to 8 a.m. has a chance of being really good. Still catch a few bream and maybe a couple of nice tench. That's a fat crucian. We'll give it another minute or two. We'll try to wait till 8 a.m., but that's not a good sign. Just sometimes you feel like, oh, is that a sign? Come on, turn the head. It's our chance right here. It turned. We got it. People are going to be like, what are you talking about? If you've spent any time fishing for big fish with telescopic rods, you probably have a little bit better feel on how important turning the head of the fish at the right moment is. And honestly, some of the like high level players have it down to a art form. Even with feeder fishing and stuff like this, they have they take some real chances on either locking their mech or overpowering their, overloading their reels to the extreme, so that they can, even like sturgeon and stuff, so that they can just like lead it the right direction, and before that fish has a chance to make its first run, just like yank it up and out. It's quite scary. It's not my kind of it's not my approach to this game. I mean, I'll do it to a degree in situations like this with fairly inexpensive stuff, but if you're talking about like sturgeon fishing, stuff like that, I don't mind a good long, like 30-minute sturgeon fight. If I'm going to be catching a trophy sturgeon out of it, like, I'm okay with that. We don't have to get too crazy. All right, it's time. Let's see this next fish, and then let's just pull them in. I think these like, lower level gear options, they look really good. The design, the graphic design and everything on a lot of the equipment in this game, I think, is fantastic. Come on, just one more fish. We gotta go. We need to go turn that bream order in. Okay, let's see how we did. Probably better than it felt like. I mean, after how we did last time, this felt like a little bit of a letdown, but honestly, we still probably made solid silver, especially if we can squeak in this cafe order. All right, 42.3 silver. Oh, 85 silver, 86 silver. That grass carp order, though, that's so lucky. 86, 96, 106, 103. 103 silver off cafe orders. 103 plus... Holy cow. 103, so 240. We're up to 1,400. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and see if we can find the Supercast in stock somewhere that's not overpriced. I know it's not at Mosquito. We'll double check, but I think we looked last time, but it might be at Winding. If it's not at Mosquito or Winding, then we'll just wait, I guess. I should have checked Oldberg just to see how expensive it would be, or just make sure it's in stock. Here it is, Supercast. Not in stock here. I feel like it was in stock at Winding, but that's been a while ago, and I've been talking about it so long. A few people might have bought it. It might not have a huge stock here. I don't really want to travel to Belaya, but shoot. Is anything in stock here? I'm just curious. That is. We can afford the Pulsar now. I know we've been talking a lot about the Don't we just get this while we can at the cheaper price? And then we save up for a Supercast? Isn't that just a no-brainer? I think it is. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah. Now we want 10 kilo line. There you go. There you go. All right. Till next time. Tight lines, everybody.